It's been a while since I touched on this subject, hasn't it? So I thought I'd address some questions that I've been given in the comments, things that people have just been asking in general, just some frequently asked questions, because there's a lot of, I didn't go into depth on how to set it up in the other video, and I didn't really test it as much as I could have. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to figure out what it can do, what it can't do, how to set it up properly, a bit more of an in-depth dive into what this does. I'm going to be real with you, I don't remember how to use it. So I'm going to be learning too. For the people wondering, this is kind of an in-between GLaDOS video, because they take a while to do.
Just want to take this time to say that only 3.7% of you are actually subscribed, so if you enjoy this video and you're not subscribed, then please consider it.
As I was saying, they take a while to do, and so this is kind of between GLaDOS, so don't worry, she will be back. Anyway, I want to get on with it now. I hope you enjoy it.
If you're using a Focusrite like I am, the first thing I want you to check during the setup is that it's plugged in correct. And I know that might sound stupid, but I did it 2 seconds ago because I wasn't looking at which one I plugged into. There is an in and an out. If it doesn't even show up as a MIDI in, then double check, because it might be plugged in wrong. Now, I'm directly using an actual MIDI to MIDI. The thing itself does come with a little USB device that will allow you to plug it in through USB. I don't know if that works. I assume it would, but this is going to be directly for MIDI to MIDI, and the rest of it should apply. All of these settings that I change should apply to you. First thing you want to do is just push a button on it to get these little blue lights down here at the bottom to actually like turn on. So I'm going to go over setup in both FL Studio and Ableton. I assume it applies similarly to other softwares such as like Logic Pro. So because I'm using a Focusrite and not a USB, mine shows up as Focusrite USB MIDI, because obviously the Focusrite plugs in through USB. Then I want to go down to here to enable, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to give it port number 69. So I'm fairly certain that's all I've got to do, so I'm going to go up here into the settings and I'm just going to close out of them. So now that I've gone out of the settings for FL Studio, I can just go onto the channel right here and I click the little rectangle next to it to select what I want to use, and now it works. So to swap between instruments in your channel rank, you can use the A button. To swap octaves, you want to use the B and 1 button. And for the final controls, it's just down here where the plus and minus is. If you press the plus, you'll see it starts flashing. This enables the like key tracking. And if you press it again, it now requires you to use the strings. So in terms of what instruments you can use it on, you can kind of use it on anything. In the video I used Serum. That is an issue. It doesn't have an off. So the only way to stop it from making noise is to click down on the buttons associated with those strings. However, if you're playing a note and then just let go, it also just stops it. I don't even remember doing that. I don't think I've actually set this up on Ableton before, but it should be roughly the same. So I want to set control surface to none. I want to set input to Focusrite USB MIDI, and then output does not matter. And so you should already see, every time I click on the thing, you can see a little yellow kind of square. And again, it's got the same issue with FL Studio, where it will forever hold a note until you push a button. That, I think, is just the thing with this. I think it's how it inputs. I also had someone ask if I can play a guitar with it. It's a little difficult because there's like a massive delay from what you're hearing and what I'm hearing. Okay, so now that I can't hear it, I should be able to play it in time, hopefully. I don't know what that sounded like. I tried to do a bar chord, but obviously that's going to be a little difficult to do. These aren't real strings, so it's a lot more difficult to find your positioning when pushing down, because they're a lot thicker. It doesn't feel right, and you can't tell if you're pushing it all down, which you have to. If you don't push it all the way down, it's not going to trigger it. But that is the setup, and that is playing guitar with the Wii guitar.
So somebody asked if it works with hardware synths, and yes, it does in fact work with hardware synths. If I go to edit real quick, and we're going to go down to global, go to number 3, you can see your MIDI options. Now, one thing with this is that it only works with 1 channel, so if you've got multiple synths, it'll be worth getting a MIDI splitter to split it into multiple synths. As you can hear, there's nothing going on. We need to change it into that like key tap mode. So we're going to hit the plus button, now it's flashing, and now there is audio. The controls are the exact same, so 1 and B change your octave, and then 2 and A change your channel, which you can maybe see on this screen as I flick through them. It's got like a little animation to show me which way it's going. 1 will bring the octave down, whereas B will bring the octave up. And then this one has the same thing, so it's going up in my presets, and now it's going down in my presets. So that's all for this guy today. The next video should be quite soon for GLaDOS, but I just wanted to get something out so there wasn't nothing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped anyone that had any questions. If not, if you still got a couple more, feel free to ask them in the description, or like message me on Discord or something, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can.